And what I'd like to do for you now is something that no one other than our team has heard, which is I'd like to do a world premiere for this page. Let me talk you through it so you know what you're hearing, which is we're hearing the composer, physicality, who at the beach in 1903 encountered his friend who had one of these new Edison gramophones. And they said, oh, isn't this fun? They wound up the gramophone and set it there and made 3 wax cylinders, and that is the entire extent of our record of our being played. And you probably have never heard these before, because they sit in a library in Catalunya, and they've been broken and cracked, and now they've been reassembled. What I'd like for you to hear is the original cylinder we worked on from 1903. Can you play the name first? This is the original. The first audience ever a chance to hear it sit in the room. And here Albinus himself plays.
Wow. Fantastic.
What a bunch of fun to bring to a bunch of piano teachers, something they've never heard. So what's become of this? Well, since these were, he literally sitting there, he's got 2-minute cylinder. That piece is 2 minutes long, and you can't go any longer than that. And he's improvising. We've got that now published in a new Henley edition. You can see the 3 improvisations. You've just heard the first live re-performance of this. The files that make this now can play on your instrument. We've made a new audio recording that will come out next year of this. But bottom line, where I'm heading with this is, what does it mean to play like Albinus? What is it that he did? When you hear these little things in the bass, let's stop and look at these things as scientists now, and as good, representatives of the 21st century, and it couldn't happen until we had the data, and now that exists. So, I'm going to play just one last thing here for you as we roll into the end. We've got high resolution, malleable data. Oh, let me go back to the slides here. I apologize, guys. Thanks. And that lets us do something that the other science and the artists have had. you sit with a student and you say, play it more sweetly the next time. And they do, and you know you can identify that. So as humans, we're doing this thing that's called more sweetly. What's the science look like behind that? And that's not, we haven't been able to have that in our hands before. I use the analogy that says Newton did not invent gravity. Gravity was there the whole time, as was sweetness. But Newton realized that there were formula that could describe what it is that gravity does, and it was predictable and repeatable, and that's, in a way, a piece that we've been missing. A performance is no longer frozen, although all the ones I played for you today, I didn't change anything from the original. But as a software company, we sell the tools to help you do that in many different ways. That says, I want to see the score at the same time I'm listening, but I want the score to follow along with me. I want to learn a piano concerto, and I want to see how Rachmaninoff and Horowitz played it, and I want to compare, and I want to play with their accompanying orchestra. And so there's many, many kinds of mixes and matches that you'll see, and what I strongly recommend you is go see George's actual presentation this afternoon. And again, we make software, and you see kind of a range of things here. The top tools for creating, composing, and editing, and the tool here is for classroom education. And this is the best score following that you'll see anywhere. You play, and you play faster, and it speeds up. It doesn't speed up over measure, it speeds up just like that. You slow down, and it slows down. You play softer, it plays softer. It's quite astonishing. Where are we headed? All instruments and all genres. For example, this is Oscar Peterson and Ray Brown. All right, you see Oscar, his favorite Berzendorfer there, and you see Ray represented by what our team calls R2D2. and its job is in 3 dimensions to tell your ears it's a bass. And there's an incredible amount of science that we have to do behind that in order to make that happen. But you can buy next month a brand new recording of their 1949 Carnegie Hall debut. And it's if you're sitting in Carnegie Hall with them. And yet it's an old crackly mono thing that was put on tape.